Now I will be tracing the sewing lines of the front pants pattern. I will insert the colored tracing paper this way, and I will trace the sewing line of the waistline. Now I will check if I was able to successfully mark the pattern. Okay, I will take note that the lower line is the sewing line for the waistline. Now I will insert the colored tracing paper on the opening for the slide pocket. Okay, as you can see, I have successfully traced the sewing lines. Now I will trace the sewing line of the center front leading to the crotch area or rise level. Then I will make a small mark to indicate where the hip level ends or where the hip level is. Now I will trace the sewing line of the inseam. Now I will trace the fold of the bottom of the pants. Now I am tracing the sewing line of the outer side seam. Now we will mark the knee level. So now we will trace the sewing lines of the back pattern of our pants. Now I will be tracing the sewing line of the waistline of the back pattern. Then I will just be tracing the outer lines of the dart. Then I will mark the end of the dart point. Now I will be tracing the center back, which will lead to the rise or crotch level. Then I will make a small mark to indicate where the hip level is. There. Now I will be tracing the sewing line of the side seam. Now I will be tracing the fold of the bottom of the pants. Now I will be tracing the inseam of the pants. Okay, now I will mark the knee level. Okay, we have finished tracing the sewing lines of the back pattern of our pants. Now I will be tracing the sewing lines of our slide pocket. So here is the side seam, the curve of the slide pocket, the waistline, the outer side seam, and the bottom of the slide pocket. Then we will just mark the fold. We have finished marking the sewing lines of our slide pocket.